This is my narrated walkthrough for assessment to digital worlds. Firstly, visually for my project, I chose to do the interior of an Eastern European apartment that has been run down but not abandoned. So it's in the process of being destroyed. You know, it's had attempts at being replenished, but it's quite run down. Yeah. For the design overall, it's just 4 rooms, 3 bedrooms, just one long apartment hallway. Each room, being quite different to the next. This room here, it's got its door off the hinge on its side, radiator, just some extra props maybe scattered around, but the main thing having the hole in the wall where you can get through to this next room, which you can't get through the main door, and which also leads on into the next room, which also has another hole, and then you can get through the door. So just combining those 2 rooms into this one, and then going back onto the hallway, just sort of a loop with some interesting little spots where you can have an explore, create some dynamic, flow, not being so predictable. The windows having boards in them, etc. So yeah, so not abandoned, but just run down in a sense. For the lighting, yeah, I want it to be like a bit of volumetric fog, but mostly variation in the color and the feel. You know, the natural light comes through, it bounces around, but these artificial lights also create some bounce off these props here. You know, maybe these are a bit metallic, bit shiny, they bounce off, but yeah, maybe some flickering in the light, some variation. They flickering into this room here. See, if you were to come from here and you'd look right, you'd see this lamp then shining off into this room here, shining this crack in the wall. You come through, and then you see this next light, and it guides you through there. And yeah, it's just sort of one big loop. You can come through here and then just, pop through there again. Maybe some more intense shadowing. Maybe a bit more lighting in here to show off. But that's the general idea. For the reference images, specifically for the coloring and the texturing, the walls will be a bit run down. It's not vibrant colors, but it's still not dull. It's run down, bit grey, shadowing. The light's pretty not the greatest. Here's a good example of the volumetric fog. It's a dusty room. It's old. It's gonna have dust flying through the air, radiating, rusted. For the modeling itself and the resolution, it's a sort of the the level I want to get to. Not necessarily high res or lots of polygons, but still quite nice. And that sort of polish comes from the textures in a sense. So creating nice variations, rubbish decals on the ground, maybe some rubbish bags, but it's sort of the culmination of a lot of of good looking models and textures, but not crazy over the top, because that would create some artifacts. But yeah, another example, light coming through the window, getting some nice visuals. Yeah, some examples of props, assets, sort of the general idea. Better looking than this, but still sort of it's the atmosphere. Um, yeah, going back, so you'd have props around there, spread about, maybe some more lighting. But yeah, that's my project for Digital Worlds narrative walkthrough. Thank you.